Hey man, back to it. Hey, who like the Warriors, man? Like, you feel me? Uh, Clay could be gone. We could get new players. Fucking Bob Myers. I mean, not Bob. My bad, yeah, not Bob Myers. The new GM said that we're gonna get new players. So hope we do. And the new GM said it's gonna be the biggest off season of Warriors history. If they lie, bro, I'll be so mad. But yeah, Clay, I think he's gonna be gone. CP3 gone. Kaminga, he will still stay. I love Kaminga. But Curry and Kaminga will carry next year.
Klay Thompson, free agency rumors. That's what we'll be discussing on this edition of Warriors Today. And I know I'm not a familiar face so far on Warriors Today, but I am filling in for Chase Sr. on this episode. Klay Thompson, could he be leaving Golden State? There's more reports coming out about what Klay might do this summer from Mark Stein, NBA insider. Here we go again, right? Mark Stein is reporting that the Orlando Magic, yes, the Orlando Magic, who we've known to be interested in Klay for quite a while now, are reporting interest in, again, Orlando continues to be monitored by various league observers as a natural suitor for Golden State's Klay Thompson.
Bro, the Magic, they need a vet. They need like someone's old, and I don't know why they choose Klay.
Now, with this Mark Stein quote, I kind of jumbled it around a little bit. It did mention Paul George first.
Hey man, put in the chat if y'all don't want Klay to leave or you want him to leave.
With what the Orlando has in cap space this summer, it looks like Klay Thompson could be interested in leaving Golden State and end up taking
I think Klay's gonna get the bag.
Now, as far as what Klay is going to be offered, we don't know just yet. Nobody has kind of shown their hand per se as to what they will be offering Klay Thompson. But
what angle y'all like?
Orlando
this
will be in the market of outbidding Golden State. We'll talk about that more as
put it in chat.
Goes on.
First one or second one? This is the first one. This is the second one. Which one? That's gonna go to the first one.
We'll talk about how I feel about this in just a second, but with the cap space that Orlando has right now, they could be big spenders in free agency. They have a young team right now, and there's a lot going on as far as how big fish they will be in free agency this season. Comment yes or no. Drop your thoughts down in the comment section if you think Klay Thompson will be offered $30 million a year or more by the Orlando Magic.
Bro, the Warriors could do that.
I wouldn't. Let's be honest here. Klay Thompson, at the end of the day, he's a Warrior legend, and there's no doubt about that. He's cemented his legacy as an all-time Golden State Warrior, winning 4 championships. But at this point in his career, it just doesn't seem like he is worth that money. And for a team like the Orlando Magic, they probably can make a deal like that and not be hurt down the road just due to how young and how deep that roster is.
I feel like Klay still have one more year in him.
Could provide that for them. But
I'm not gonna lie.
Joe Lacob and the Golden State Warriors wants to get under the luxury tax
heading
into the
I'm not glazing.
season. Here is a quote from Mark Dibble of Heavy.com, and he says that it's going to come down to what Warriors are willing to pay Klay Thompson. He says Golden State's bill in 24-25 will undoubtedly come down.
Yo, by the way, I'm speeding this up.
Impending entrance into unrestricted free agency. Thompson made more than $43 million last season, a figure the Dubs will probably slash by at least half, assuming he's back in the Bay Area.
Klay's playing. Oh shoot, bro, Klay's playing right now, bro. He did not worth $43 million. Don't deserve it right now.
At all. There will be a point somewhere on the salary scale at which extra dollar for Thompson represents a decrease in his value to the franchise. Not to mention, the Warriors will likely have to bid against several teams for Thompson and could also find themselves priced out. When I saw this, I mean, it makes sense. I want Klay to remain a Warrior, but I'm not going to be paying him $30 million a year. I don't think Golden State wants to get in a bidding war for $30 million a year for Klay Thompson, because at the end of the day, he is approaching retirement. He's not in his prime anymore. We know that Klay is not the player that he was when he won the first 3, and then even the 4th championship for Golden State. I would pay him $20 million a year if I'm Joe Lacob and the Warriors, but I'm not going to budge all the way to 30 and kind of bury the franchise for the foreseeable future. If you look at what Klay did over the last 22 games of the NBA season, this is taking March and April into effect, he was solid, offensively at least. 19.5 points per game, 2.5 boards per game, 2.5 assists as well, 46% from the field and upwards of over 41% from 3. Yes, Klay Thompson was still a sharpshooter out there, but he didn't defend. Now, I'm not sitting here and saying that any of the Warriors defended, but Klay Thompson's defensive rating was upwards of 150. That's just not good at the end of the day. And if you're looking for a guy who can co-star next to Steph Curry for the last couple of years of his prime, I don't think that they want it to be Klay Thompson making $30 million a year. That's going to bury the franchise. You want to expand roles for guys like Jonathan Kuminga, Brandon
Facts.
And we know that there's teams with interest in Klay Thompson. There's teams with interest in paying Klay Thompson. The Orlando Magic we've talked about in this video, but also the Detroit have the world at their fingertips in terms of cap space, as well as the Philadelphia 76ers, who, in Klay's mind, might see that as, I can go get a payday and contend for an NBA championship next season and beyond. Now, as far as what Vegas believes that Klay Thompson will do, they actually think that he'll be a Golden State Warrior next year. He's actually favored to return back to the Bay Area, but then you see the Magic there creeping up at plus 300, and then the rest of the teams are long shots. Philadelphia at 16-1 because they'll be looking for bigger fish like a Paul George in free agency. And I imagine that Paul George would probably favor Philadelphia over Orlando if he were to leave Los Angeles. And then speaking of Los Angeles, you have the Lakers there as well, and the OKC Thunder, they also have a lot of cap space as well, and they need to spread the floor with shooters too. At the end of the day, it's up to Klay, though, right? Like, what does he want to do? Does he want to remain a Warrior for life and take $20 million a year? Now, listen, I'm not an NBA player. I know it's all about value and what you think you deserve. But $20 million a year is a ton of money. It's a ton of money. And if Klay Thompson thinks that he just wants to waste the last couple of years of his career somewhere where he's not going to really be contending, I mean, if he goes to Philadelphia, maybe, but, like, if he doesn't want to...
But if he goes to the Magic, he's not contending. I'm sorry.
It's up to him at the end of the day. I hope he comes back to Golden State, but I'm not going to be the guy who's out there throwing $30 million at Klay Thompson in his career. What do you think Klay Thompson is going to do in free agency? Is he gone? Is he out of Golden State, or is he going to wrap up his career and be a Warrior for life? Let me know down in the comment section below. I want to see what you guys think Klay Thompson will do. Not what he should do, but what he will do. Because we all know you want to get your payday out there, but what do you think Klay Thompson will do
Clay's
in
gonna get the
NBA
bag, bro.
Now, Brook Lopez to Golden State, right? You see the lower third there at the bottom of your screen. This is a trade idea that I saw from the Fansided Network for the Golden State Warriors Blue
Brook Lopez,
and they talked about